It is episode 1 of Find Your Vanity, a new series that I'm trying to start with my lives. And Reindeer, you're here already. Good morning. Reindeer, oh my gosh, I'm trying to be an adult and be consistent with my live times, okay? We're working on it. It's day 1. We're going to see if I can maintain a 9:30 a.m. schedule before I quit, okay? All right, so I'm trying something new where I stick closer to the topic and try to be more strategic with the comment reading. And hopefully over time I can make it so that people that are on the playback don't have to go through a whole lot of fluff and shenanigans, okay? But housekeeping is a must. So again, if you're on the playback, just go ahead and skip past the housekeeping if you want. If I'm taking too long for you this morning, okay? Go ahead and skip past the housekeeping and get into the topic. Hey Teddy, good morning, good morning. Hi Jen. Okay, y'all, so I finally got to wash my hair, hence why I'm wearing a bonnet. Aries gang. Okay, I know it's a little ratchet, it's a little ghetto, all right? But this is what I'm working with. This is what I'm working with today, also because I'm going to the gym. I wasn't wearing no wig to the gym. I'm about to be in the sauna sweating. I wasn't about to wear no wig. Okay, so this is what I got going on, and I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into the topic. So I've been thinking, guys. I've been thinking. Well, actually, let's do the housekeeping really quickly. Really quickly. It's actually pretty short. It's not a lot. So today is officially the first day that I will be getting back into the gym. I had some inspiration being on Taisha's live yesterday with the whole idea of not letting a break turn into a vacation, and I have definitely done that with the gym. Me and the gym, me and working out we have a bit of a interesting relationship. I have an interesting relationship when it comes to exercise, and that's because I just prefer not to do it. I know it's good for me. I desire it. I want to be a gym babe. I want to be the girly that likes the gym and likes working out and doesn't really I want to be the person, honestly, like truthishly, I want to be the person that feels incomplete without exercise in my life. But as of right now, that's not how I feel, and I've started and stopped so many times. Well, here we are starting again, okay? So I chose to get up this morning, or get up early this morning, because something else that I've been going through is running out of time in my day to even go to the gym. So I made an effort. Y'all, I set my alarm for 7:30 this morning. I actually woke up at 7 on my own and just stayed up. So I made an effort to get up early, make sure the dogs were taken care of. I actually had a plan to do a walk and talk with the dogs, but they were not trying to walk this morning. They just wanted to eat and go back to what they was doing. So I didn't get a chance to do that. I'm gonna do this now. I have a appointment to go to, so this is how my plan for the next couple of days of live streaming is gonna keep me within like a 2-hour window instead of a 3-hour window, is because I plan my live stream around other appointments. Okay, so I got to get off of here and go somewhere else. Okay. My hips feel a little off this morning, so we'll see how that works out with the sauna and the infrared. I think it's because I'm in a 2-story house and I've been walking up and down the stairs, so they feel a little off. There's a little bit of soreness, but nothing I can't handle, so that's good. Anything else for housekeeping? This is week 3 that we're starting with the Venetian 30. I haven't lost any weight so far, guys. I've lost and regained the same pound in the past 2 weeks, which is fine. I'm not worried about it. I'm not tripping about it. We're gonna get into some of we're gonna get into the scale actually tomorrow. That's tomorrow's topic, so we're not gonna focus too much on the scale today. But for anybody that is doing a challenge, drop in, say hi, let me know how you're doing. Everyone say good morning, let me know where you're watching from. And now we can actually get into my topic. How are we doing? Oh, I got to it within 5 minutes. Yes, okay, all right, cool. I can dig that. Typically it takes me about 15 to 20 minutes to get into what I even want to talk about, but 5 minutes is great. So when Journey of Life comes, if she does come, it might be too early for Journey, but I'll let her know that the timestamp is about 5 minutes in. You lost 1 pound, Reindeer. Congratulations. Hi, Michelle. Good morning. Good morning. I'm so glad, Reindeer. You are killing it, girl. Don't worry, I'm gonna catch up. I got this. My head is in the game for this week, and that is what we're gonna get into talking about. Okay, so moderators, don't work too hard. Do your thing. I ain't got no control over what Jen and Reindeer be doing down there. So when y'all come into the chat, act like y'all got some sense. Otherwise, you will get sniped. All right. Okay. All right. So today's topic is newsflash. It's non-negotiable. Okay. And I was thinking about this yesterday. I was thinking about why I struggle so much with the gym. And you know what else came up for me? I realized, are y'all ready? Jen, do not come through this phone and get me. I do not have time for this morning, okay? I'm going to share. I'm going to be vulnerable, but don't come get me, okay? I got to go to the gym, so you can't come get me, all right? Y'all, I realized I drank less than like 2 cups of water yesterday. I realized that I drank like less than 2 cups of water yesterday. Can y'all see me okay? I don't know if it's because the sun... I would move to the other side, but the seats are wet. Can y'all see me, or is the sun causing too much of a glare? Let me know. And how does my sound? I'm actually using an actual mic today. You can see you. You can see me okay, because the sun is at my back. It should be at my face, but the seats are wet and I want to sit down. Okay, cool. So I was thinking about the gym. It dawned on me that I was not drinking enough water. And it also dawned on me that I was not getting enough rest. Okay. So the topic of, or the feeling of, why am I struggling with basic stuff? I'm going to try not to curse. I'm going to try. Why am I struggling with like the basics that I need to be incorporating into my day-to-day to be successful? And you know what I realized? You know what the answer is? And I feel like a lot of people feel this way. They just don't know that they feel this way, but maybe it'll register once I say it. I'm treating these things as if they're optional. I'm treating exercise, hydration, rest, self-care, all of these things, I'm treating it as if it is optional. When in reality, these things need to go into the category of non-negotiable. Period, point blank, full stop. Now, if anybody, of course, disagrees with me, then I would love to know what your pushback is. This sun is hot as fuck on my back. Let me move to a different table. This sun is hot. It's like beaming on me. Hold on. So I've been treating these things as if they're optional, like dead serious, like for real, as if drinking water is a choice. I'm like, how the hell did I go a whole day? How the hell did I go a whole entire day? I got more than halfway through my day, and I was like, oh shit, I didn't have any water. Like, what? First of all, that's rare. It's rare for me to do that, but in principle, like, the point still remains, how is that even an option? You know what I mean? This is a bit deeper than, oh well, we're not perfect, we forget things. No. Do you forget to brush your teeth in the morning? Oh, this is much better. I like this better. How do y'all feel about this? I don't have the sun beaming on my back. Oh, if it gets out of control, throw up some warning signs so it'll jump out at me, and I'll set it to subscribers only. Just let me know. It does look like a chef's hat. It does. I ain't no chef though. Okay, so Chef Boyardee or Pillsbury Doughboy. I feel like this one is more Doughboy. I don't know. Okay, so anyway. So I've been treating these things as if they are optional, which is why I can get away with going weeks or months without working out, which is why I can go weeks or months without let me just do it now because I'm gonna get distracted. I shouldn't look at the chat, but I am. Hold on. Okay. You want to talk shit, you gotta subscribe. Them's the rules. You gotta subscribe or super chat. Sorry, not sorry, actually. Okay, so I'm treating these things as optional when they should be as, how do you say, non-negotiable as a shower or brushing your teeth. I mean, yeah, can those things be optional? Can you choose not to brush your teeth one day? Sure. Can you choose not to shower one day? Sure, you can choose to do that. But in principle, right, in general, we don't take these things as sort of kind of maybes. I may do it, I may not. Let's see how I feel today. That'll determine whether or not I brush my teeth or take a shower. Like, no, 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 no. Typically, and excluding the people that may be suffering from some sort of mood disorder, for the most part, in general, we don't take these things for granted, as in, like, do I feel like brushing my teeth today? Let me think about it. I'll come back to that later. like we don't do that, but that is how we treat the other things in our lives that are supposed to help us and benefit us, right? So I want to get into at least 4 things that I feel like we should move into the non-negotiable category, okay? So, of course, the first thing up is exercise. Now, for as long as I have had this channel, it's wet. I can't put my phone down here. Nope, can't do that. Okay, I'll just have to keep reaching for it. So, for as long as I've had this, I'll keep it in my hand. For as long as I've had this channel, I have spoken about exercise. I have shown exercises that I do. I've taken it seriously. I've not taken it seriously. I've bounced in. I've bounced out. And I would say this hasn't been my longest bounce out, but it's been the longest one in the past year. It hasn't been my longest one ever. Like, there's been times I've gone like 6 months without exercising. But this has definitely been my longest bounce out in a while. And honestly, oh my gosh, like, if I don't do something about it now, it will be 6 months since I last put true effort into a workout outside of walking. I think the last time that I was seriously working out was around my birthday in March, because I remember going to the gym at the resort. April, May, June. We're on month 4. I didn't even realize how much time had passed. So this goes back to the whole, like, taking a shower or brushing your teeth thing. Imagine waking up one day and be like, damn, I cannot remember the last time I took a shower. I can't remember the last time I changed the oil in my car. It's been a little minute. It's been a little minute. Like, imagine that, right? So for me, I have to keep talking about it, because if I don't, I will just ignore it, okay? Now, that's a bit of a double-edged sword, because sometimes talking about something too much is to my detriment, because I end up talking about it so much that I never actually take a step toward doing the thing that I'm supposed to be doing, right? Taking a step toward the thing, doing the thing that I said I was going to do. I just keep talking about what I'm gonna do, right? So sometimes, there's a happy medium for me between, should I talk about it? Should I not talk about it? But the point is, I'm aware of it, okay? So we all have things that we are treating as optional, but definitely should be put into the non-negotiable category. So when it comes to exercise, so when it comes to, like, casting an umbrella, I would say I would cast the umbrella to exercise in general. It's something that needs to be put in a non-negotiable category. But I think on a GLP-1, as Dr. Tina would say, weight training is non-negotiable. You don't have a choice in the matter, okay? You don't want to weight train, don't be on a GLP-1. It's essentially the attitude, right? I'm not saying that, but I get the sentiment. It's hard to say that without feeling like maybe that's a bit extreme, but I understand Dr. Tina's sentiment when it comes to, like, if you're going to aim toward rapid, not even rapid, but quick, somewhat quick weight loss, right? Fairly quick. Let's just say fairly quick weight loss. Some of that is going to be your muscle, and it's really hard to regain muscle, especially like in your older years. It's hard to put back on muscle. Like, I believe once you hit about 30, the clock starts ticking on your muscle, right? Like, yeah, you can still put more on, but it gets harder and harder to put on more muscle. So you want to preserve as much of your muscle as you possibly can while you have it. You don't want to lose it and then try to put it back on, right? So that's one thing. For me, it really is a mental block when it comes to exercise, because I simply just don't feel like it. I feel about exercise almost the way I feel about produce. I know how I feel about produce. I'm not about to. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. Okay. So I kind of feel that same way about exercise, but I would say I'm willing to put more of an effort into moving my body because I want the benefits that come from moving my body. Okay. I believe that muscle is straight from the fountain of youth. I think it is one of the many answers, other than your hormones, to keeping your body looking as youthful as possible, okay? So the first step for me is to honestly just show up. Who would go to the gym and not work out? Who would show up to the gym and just do nothing? This is why, like, because it's mental for me, this is why I'm not a good candidate for like working out at home, because I need to physically get up and change my environment in order for me to do it. Does that make sense? So like for people that don't take exercise seriously, what do you think your mental block is with exercise? Why are you not motivated to get up and move your body? Other than walking. Walking is great. But what's keeping you from strength training or doing something a bit more intense? What's the block for you? The block for me is sore muscles. I don't want to be tired, and the fact that I have to get up and change my environment. I have to get up and go to a different location, because if you ask me to get up out my bed and go into the next room and exercise, I'm not doing that. I'm not. Every ounce of lazy in my body will be activated in that moment. Every ounce of lazy will be activated in me in that moment. I can't do it. I cannot do it. I've tried it many times. It just does not stick. So for me, yes, I have to get up, get dressed, make an effort to go to a different location. And once I get there, am I going to waste my time by doing nothing? The answer is yes. A couple of times I have, but for the most part, no. So for me, the first step is to just show up, right? 3-4 days a week. I think 3 is a good number for me, but I try to aim for 4, and maybe that's where I'm messing up. Maybe I'm aiming beyond my comfort level. There was even a time during this year when I was dealing with the winter blues. There was a this truck is about to kill a tree because it's too tall to come through here, and I'm just watching. Okay. There was a time when I was dealing with the winter blues where I had decided that I needed to commit to waking up every single day and working out. Now, not weight training every day. Not weight training every day. A combination of weight training, cardio, yoga, mobility, all of that. The point was I had to force myself to get out of bed every day because it was good for my mood. It was good for my energy to start my day out that way. So, but it actually turned out to be really, really good for my muscles and for my body. I have found that when it comes to weight training, 3 days a week is a good number for me, but I always try to aim for that 4, and I think that's where I keep messing up. So another part of this is setting realistic expectations and goals. Know yourself and know where you are, and start from where you are, not where you want to be. Maybe there's some guru out there that will have the logic about, like, you ever heard someone say something like, pretend you're already where you want to be? That don't work for me. That don't work for me, because where I want to be is on somebody's island drinking a mojito, preferably virgin, watching the sunrise in a hammock. That's where I want to be. So if you tell me to act like that every day, I'm not getting out of bed. I will open my blinds and lay there. I'm lying. I will keep them closed. And I won't have a mojito. I'll go have me iced coffee. So maybe there's some sort of psychological logic to that. Oh, just pretend you're already where you want to be. That don't work for me. Okay. So I got to work with where I'm at. I have to work with and from where I am and accept where I am, but look forward to where I want to be, and then work toward building a bridge to get there, right? So the first step for me is to just show up to the gym, which is what I'm starting with today, all right? No more excuses, no more vacationing, because my break has definitely turned into a vacation. As of today, moving forward, step 1, just show up. I don't care how tired I am. I don't care what I got going on. I don't care if it's raining outside. Just show up. At least 3 days a week, just show up, okay? A walk, a stretch, weight training, wherever it is, start from where you are. And I'm encouraging this for everyone, right? This doesn't just apply to me. Like I said, what's stopping you from wanting to do your weight training? Reindeer says, makes sense. I prefer to exercise at home. Okay, do you actually do it, Reindeer? Are you successful at it? I don't want to go and wait to use the equipment. That is also true. So I have a couple of options. So I have a home gym like in my apartment complex, which I'm leaving, so I won't have that access anymore. I wonder if my dad will build a gym. That would be really nice. He should turn the garage into a gym, or a spare bedroom into like a mini gym. But I'm not a see you see what I mean? Like I'm talking about, oh, it would be nice to have a gym at home, but I would not use it. I would be all excited about the setup and the equipment, but I'm not gonna use it. I'm not gonna use a home gym. I'm not gonna use it. So getting up, so the waiting for the equipment thing, I definitely understand that. And you know what else is interesting about that? When I went to bigger gyms, I'm self-conscious about using free weights when all of the men are taking over the space. I'm sorry, fellas. I'm sorry. Y'all be in the way. I need y'all to get out the mirror so I can get in the mirror. Y'all be in the way. And I don't know how to use all of the machines, so I'd be embarrassed like when I try to go use a machine. Like I don't try because I'm embarrassed ahead of time. But I don't want to try to go use a machine and then the guys are looking at me like, please sir, stop looking. Oh my gosh, stop staring. So that's another thing about going to the gym. Like I am self-conscious about working out in certain areas that are full of men. Look, I'm not self-conscious about a lot of things, but that I am. I don't want to be addressed for doing something wrong. You know what I mean? Like I'm not the girl that goes to the gym and I'm like, oh, I don't know how to do it. Oh, help me. No, I'm like, if I don't know how to do that, I'm not about to go over there with all them dudes looking at me. I'm not about to go over there with all them dudes. But now I'm in a smaller gym that's sauna based and they have a very small weight area that oftentimes no one else is there when I go. Like oftentimes there's only one person there, maybe two people in the weight area at a time, which is really nice. It makes it feel really private. I enjoy that. So I know now I enjoy smaller gyms. There are some women's only gyms as well. I've never been to one. That might be a good option for me too. I work out everywhere at work, home gym, my grandma. I have a jump rope. I totally get it. Everyone's different. I just found my jump rope. I think it's weighted too. I packed it away and sent it to South Carolina. So I have a medicine ball, I have a slam ball, I have a jump rope, I have a foam roller. I don't really have any weights. I don't have any weights because I don't want to have to transport them around when I move. Plus, like, I would rather just go to a gym where they have multiple options for weights. I took a kettlebell class once that I really liked. It didn't work for my schedule. That's another thing. I'm not into classes, but my mother was. My mother was a class junkie. She loved Zumba and step classes and anything that was like a group exercise. She loved it. And I would go to the gym with her. I remember one time in high school, me and my classmates went and did a Zumba workout with her at the gym. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of Lucille Roberts. I'm not sure how widespread they were, but we definitely had Lucille Roberts in New York. And my mother, she was a big class girly, and I'm just like, all these people look at, you know what it is? I don't want to be looked at. I don't want to be stared at. Any situation that's gonna put, like, if I can get on an elliptical and put my headphones in and be perfectly fine. I can get some weights in the mirror, and if a lot of people aren't in that section, I'll be fine. Like, you know what it is? I like more condensed spaces. So for example, the big gym that I used to go to, O2 Fitness, they had one section that was all free weights and some machines in front of like the wall of mirrors, right? It was a wide open space. But then they had like a separate area that was kind of toward the back where there was a lot of turf, right? Like fake grass. And they had some weights over there. I would always lean, and there would be people there, but there would be people focusing on individual tasks. So I would lean more toward that isolated area. In my home gym at the apartment complex, if I'm in there by myself and a guy comes in to do his workout, I'll be perfectly fine. I'm perfectly fine. If it's just one or two people in a small area, I'm fine. But when it's wide open and you can't tell if you're being watched, that bothers me. I just realized that while talking about it. That bothers me. If it's more of a secluded space, then I'm okay. I do stick to my 4 exercise days. I'm trying to be disciplined about this journey. Yeah, discipline was what I was in June, which is why I lost 11 pounds. A lack of discipline is what I've displayed in July, which is why I haven't lost any weight at all. I'm aware of this. I'm aware of this. So I definitely think we should value our muscle. We should value our mobility. Some people are not fortunate enough to be able to walk. Some people are not fortunate enough to have both of their arms, or all of their limbs, or they have so much pain, or they have an injury. I try to remember, as someone that suffered from a knee injury, a torn meniscus, and got surgery to correct it, but still suffer from pain. I try to, I try not to, in my mind, I don't want to take for granted the fact that I can do things that other people can't do. When my hips, when I finally acknowledged that there was a problem with my hips, I wanted to cry. I wanted to cry because I felt limited in my ability. And it was just like, wow, this really sucks. Like, as a matter of fact, I remember when I first injured my knee and I could no longer squat and I couldn't pivot. So like, imagine standing straight and trying to turn really quickly. Couldn't do it. I couldn't squat past like a quarter of the way down. I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. Like there was no range of motion there. My knee wouldn't bend past a certain point. And when I lost the ability to basically function normally, I mean, I functioned normally. I still worked, I walked. But when it came to exercise, at the time I didn't take exercise seriously. But when I couldn't do it anymore, then I was sad about it. And when my orthopedic asked, what's your goal when it comes to recovery for your knee? I said, if you can just get me to squat, if by the end of this surgery and physical therapy, I can squat, lunge, and pivot, you will have saved me. You will have saved me. If I can squat, lunge, and pivot, that's all I need. That's all I need. That's all I need, because I didn't appreciate it until it was gone, until the ability was gone. Like, you never realize how much a pivot matters until you try to pivot and you can't. You know what I mean? You never realize how important that is. So that's how I feel now with the whole hip recovery thing. I'm like, okay, the steroids worked. Don't get comfortable. Don't get beside yourself, right? Like, I wake up every day feeling better, other than today. And like I said, I think it's because I'm going up and down the stairs. But it's like, don't get beside yourself. Get into that gym and continue working. Or I should say, start working. So learn to commit, set reasonable expectations, and follow through. Committing and following through are things that I struggle with. And I think that a lot of people struggle with that. We set goals for ourselves, sometimes realistic, sometimes not so much. But following through with the expectations and the goals you set for yourself is a big deal, right? Is anybody here a person that, I feel like this applies to most people, right? But I take this to like another level. I fear disappointment. I do not like when people let me down. I do not like to be let down. I don't like when people let me down, especially if you're close to me. I don't like when people don't keep their word. Like, I fear disappointment. It really, really stresses me out. Like, a few different things, a lot of things give me anxiety. Okay. But like, letting me down, disappointing me, it's hard. But you know, when I make an exception for that is when I let myself down. And this is not negative self-talk or anything. This is just, I don't like when other people don't keep their word to me, but I don't keep my word to myself. Yeah, Jen, I would segue into that. I got a problem. Well, okay, so here's the thing, right? I had to learn that the hard way. So I'm getting better. But, Jen, let me tell you, naive. Me in my early 20s couldn't tell me nothing. I would set expectations for other people. And if they didn't meet them, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, this is simple. Like, I'm expecting the basic, the bare minimum. And you can't even do that? Oh my God. Now, I had to learn over the years to not expect things of people, but deep down inside, sometimes I still do. Like on the surface, I try to stay conscious and numb myself to expectations of others because people will let you down. But I said that to say, for someone to feel so uptight about disappointment, I often did I leave? Oh, okay. Thought I left my waist beads at the wax place. Um, I often will let my own self down and then pretend it never happened. Like I won't keep my word to myself and then will just shrug my shoulders. So that's something that I really want to work on. I want to work on meaning what I say to myself. I mean what I say to other people. I mean what I say to other people, but I want to work on meaning what I say to myself and keeping my word to myself. Okay, so commitment, reasonable expectations for yourself, and follow through. So the expecting to be let down, Jen, does that apply to yourself? Do you expect disappointment from yourself, or does that only apply to other people? Let me know. Okay, so we're still talking about non-negotiables. In this should apply to day-to-day life, but essentially, especially if you're on a GLP-1, hydration is a non-negotiable. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want, and I'm talking to me. I'm talking to y'all, but I'm really talking to me. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing. Like I know people, listen, let me tell y'all something. I know people. I know people that did not start drinking water until they became adults. I'm talking about like mid to late 20s. Start. Like I'm talking about people that lived on Sprite, Coke, and Arizona. Y'all know the Arizona drinks? Y'all know the tea, right? I know people that lived on soda and tea drinks into their adulthood. I would say for me, I lived on a combination of soda, juice, water, and coffee. Now it's mostly just water and coffee with some tea sprinkled in there. But I have days where I will only drink coffee for like most of the day because I will forget, because I'm nursing a big coffee for however long it takes for me to finish it. So if I'm sitting at my desk, or if it's the morning time and I'm nursing this, and then I get another one potentially, and I'm sitting at my desk and I'm nursing that, sometimes I will forget to drink my water. What? That's like forgetting to pay your rent. You forget to pay your rent, you're gonna be on the street. It might take you a couple weeks, but you're gonna be on the street. What? That's like forgetting to take your injection. Like you don't do that. You don't. I mean, maybe some people do. Maybe some people do. I get it. We're human. We forget things. But like I said, that's why I think the brushing of the teeth and the showering is like the best example. Most of the time, people aren't going to forget that. Like people will forget to put on deodorant, but you need your deodorant. Unless you just got fire armpits that just never actually, like you just got the most amazing armpits ever. You don't sweat. You don't never have no funk, no nothing. You know what I mean? Like how many, like I've left the house and like, shit, I didn't put on deodorant. I forgot. You know what I mean? But when it comes to your hydration, I don't know why I treat that as optional, or why anybody would treat that as optional. Okay? In fact, I'm saying that now, and right now is a perfect example. So I've been awake since at least 7 a.m. I had plenty of opportunity to get at least 3 cups of water in. But the first thing that I'm drinking today is this. You know what's so interesting about that, Jen? Jen says, I find it easier to just fill a glass of water and drink several of those. I hate those heavy water jugs. You know what's so interesting about that? I actually like my Stanleys, right? But I think that's the main reason why I forget to drink water. Let me explain. I love my Stanleys. I'm not getting rid of them. I love my Stanleys, my Yeti. I love water bottles. I collect tumblers and mugs, and I'm a cup girly. I love cups. If I can put a liquid in it, I like it. Okay. But what's interesting about that is I don't have my Stanley with me at this house sit, and I think that's why I've been forgetting to drink water. It's like it never registered to me. Just go to the sink and get some water. Now, granted, for many years, up until recently, and I'm talking April, for many years, I refused to drink tap water. Hi, Taisha. I hope your walk goes great. And Hayden, hello, Hayden. Good morning. So, my Stanley, right, is what I drink from when I'm home. But I didn't bring my Stanley onto the house sit. So it's like I completely forgot about water, which is that is unreasonable. That is so unreasonable. Like, that doesn't even make any sense. Oh, I was talking about tap water. So for years, I'm not gonna lie, for at least 10 years, I refused to go to the sink and drink water. I'm not bullshitting. If it wasn't in a water bottle or from a filter, I wouldn't drink it. I'm not bullshitting at all. I know that sounds crazy, unreasonable, unrealistic. Literally, I lived out of water bottles. I would not drink water from a sink. If I come to your house, this is not how I feel now, but back then, if I came to your house and you offered me some water, it better be in a water bottle or from a pitcher. Do not give me no water from the tap. And I didn't grow up that way. I grew up drinking tap water, like in my hand, like out of the sink. I grew up drinking water out of fire hydrants, like in the middle of the summer. I moved to the South and started, living my own life as an adult and got bougie, and suddenly I was too good for anything but a water bottle. Okay, so that's a reality that did happen. What changed that was I went to a house sit that had well water. They had their water from their well on their land, and in her welcome guide, she was telling me how good their water was and how pure it was, and how great their filtration test results were. So she's like, you just try it. I recommend trying it. So when I went to her house, this was in April, mind you, this just happened. I went to her house, I tried the water, I was like, that's some good water. I ain't had a water bottle since. I mean, I've had one here and there, but I don't buy water bottles no more. Also, when I moved to my current apartment a few years ago, I could get filtered water from the fridge, so that helped me out as well. But she had me try her tap water. I was like, that's some good water. So now that I've gotten past the mental block, I can drink tap water wherever I go. So I said that to say, okay, so I didn't bring my Stanley with me. So yesterday when I realized I didn't drink water, I was like, oh shit, I gotta find a cup. I was like, I gotta find a cup. I found a cup. I went to the sink, I drank the water, and I was like, you know what? I would be better off drinking several glasses instead of relying on one big Stanley. Now, does that mean I won't use my Stanleys anymore? No. But it is in the back of my mind now, or in the front of my mind now. I probably would benefit from having to consciously fill up my glass multiple times a day, whether it's from a filtered water sink, it don't matter where the water coming from. I would probably benefit more from having to remember to go get water instead of just having one large Stanley that I'm nursing from, and then when I don't have it, I pretend I don't gotta drink water no more. Teddy says, I know I wasn't getting enough water, so before starting Zepbound, I began to regularly incorporate water intake so I could get into the habit. I do drink more, but I probably still need to increase. How was your walk, reindeer? I have a jug, the timestamps on the side. It's 64 ounce. Keep me on track. I tried that. I hated it. But you know what? It's probably because I bought one that's too big. I bought a gallon water jug with the timestamps. Hated it. I hated it. Jen says, last time I used one of those insulated cups, it had a cocktail in it. Listen, I need me a mojito. I like mojitos. Oh, Taisha decided not to procrastinate. Good. I'm going to the gym today, Taisha, because you inspired me. Like I said in my super chat yesterday, to not let my break turn into a vacation. I'm far into my vacation now, so it's time to come home. It's time to fly back to the Americas, fly back home from the Caribbean, and get to the gym. The outside water hose during summer of the 90s and early 2000s was the best. Yeah, Teddy, you're older than me, but I'm old enough to remember I'm old enough to have drank from a fire hydrant. I'm old enough to have remembered that, or experienced that, I should say. Vanity, have you tried a smaller cup glass and use the straw. I find it easier to drink when I use the straw. So so the smaller glass just dawned on me. So I'm gonna try that. I think it'll be better for me. Um, I don't like drinking water from a straw. It's a weird quirk that I have. I will do it when I'm like at restaurants and stuff, but I prefer to just I prefer the experience of drinking from like a I don't know how to explain it, like a bottle cap. Not a cap, but you know what I mean, like a water bottle, or so Stanley would be the exception, right? Um because those automatically come with the straws. But typically I don't like to drink my water with a straw. But yes, so the smaller glass I will try. I think it'll be better for me to just refill those regularly. Yes, yes. Okay, so the point about the hydration is it's non-negotiable, people. I don't want to hear it. Okay, like I've been treating it as optional, being forgetful about it, not making it a priority. I prioritize my coffee, so my priorities are out of whack. Have you discovered any priorities lately on your journey that you feel are out of place or misplaced? Have you noticed anything that's missing, or something that you do but it do it's misplaced? Do you have any priorities that need to be rearranged? Yeah, I drink ice water with a straw. I drink it faster. Okay. Okay. Um, yes. I do still like my insulated cups. So I'm going to use them, but I think it's better for me to just not rely on them. Like, it's better for me to rely on smaller glasses. And so I'm also asking for slower weight loss by not hydrating. I went to Give Health recently, which is the pharmacy that Lily Direct sends their prescriptions to for Zepbound, and they had a note on there like, "Did you know that hydration is essential for weight loss," or something like that. They were talking to me. They were talking to me. I said, "Shots fired." Much? How you know I ain't drink no water today? How do you know that? Are you watching me? Are you listening to me? But yeah, that was my light bulb moment of like, oh wow, I actually had not been hydrating. So it's non-negotiable. Put it in the brushing my teeth category, okay? The non-negotiable category is the I'm gonna brush my teeth today, because we brush our teeth every day, right? Okay. Now, how much water is needed? It depends, right? I think that oftentimes recommendations that are set at like a one size fits all type of mindset. I remember doing my research on water intake and seeing mixed information, like some leaning toward we don't need 8 glasses a day. Where did they get that number from? Who said that? These are health professionals saying this, whereas others are saying get at least 8 glasses a day. Like, so the ones that say we don't need 8 glasses will say, well, the water from your food counts as well. So I don't know what the answer is. So I just pick a number out of thin air. I say if I get at least 3 to 4 for the day, like 3 to 4 8-ounce glasses, then I'm at least off to a good start. I don't think I need a gallon of water a day. In fact, I tried to drink a gallon of water a day. That's why I bought the big gallon jug. It was miserable. I suffered so much. I don't think anybody needs that much water. I don't know why these fitness influencers recommend that. Taisha, do you know? I don't know why I'm asking you, but I just feel like you know a lot. Like, Jen, do you know? Like, why are there recommendations out there for a gallon of water? Is it I think that's maybe for people that are really super athletic, but like average people, who needs a gallon of water? Bring the Stanley to bed and drink it in the morning. That's what I do when I'm home. I didn't bring my Stanley to the house sit because I'm always afraid I'm going to leave it behind. I'm very protective of my Stanley because it was a Christmas gift. But now I have two, so I mean, I'm protective of the one I just bought too. So I typically don't bring it with me because I'm afraid that I'll leave it behind. But I got to get out of my own head. Like, honestly, truthishly, I got to get out of my own head. But yeah, when I'm home, I fill it up with ice water at night, and I don't drink the whole thing, but I start sipping on it first thing in the morning. Um, okay, so now, perfect, Jen. We're in oh, that, and you know what? I had a feeling Taisha is guilty of the gallon. I had a feeling. I hadn't heard her say that, but I'm like, that seems up her alley, and I'm not sure why. I drink a gallon a day, but I don't drink anything else. I definitely don't think people must drink that. I also don't use ice. So how do you get your gallon in? I know you're walking, so I don't really want you to like have to stop and type. I may have to write this down as a question to ask you, because I cannot figure out how to get that much water in my day. I don't think I need it, but when I was interested in doing 75 hard, this was the thing that stopped me from doing it. I'm like, I cannot get that much water in a day. I can't do it. I'm not sure how to do that. Um, yeah, I had a feeling Taisha was the gallon drinker. So I was capping a little bit when I was like, I don't know why I'm asking you. I know why, because it's just a feeling. So if you can, hopefully I'm still on here when you finish your walk, because if you could tell me, like, so I'm getting to the point now of like, okay, so what are some strategies to get more water? We've talked about the smaller glass. We've talked about straws, using a straw. We've talked about keeping the water by your bed at night so you have it there for you in the morning. We've talked about the jugs with the timestamps on it to keep you accountable. What else? Does anyone have any strategies for getting more water? Right now, for me, I think one, I'm gonna have to start traveling with my Stanley so I can leave it by the bed at night so it's nice and cold. I have nice cold water in the morning. If I gotta get up and get it, I'm not gonna want to do it. And then the smaller glasses. It seems possible in 16 hours. Okay, so what does my day look like? So 10. I don't have 16 hours. I don't have 16 hours to drink. I don't get up early enough for that. Well, maybe now I will. But before today, I don't have enough hours in a day. That's probably what it is. I don't get up early enough for that. So I work 3 p.m. to 1 a.m. So that's 10 hours out of my day right there. Oh, wait. Yes, I do. Hold on. What am I talking about? Wait. Oh, let me think about that. So 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. was 12 hours. I get off at 1. That's about 15 hours. That's close. But I don't want to be chugging water right before I go to bed. Hi, Sydney. I don't think I get up early enough for that. That's what it is. I think that's what it is. I just don't want to. Big difference. I don't want to either. But I'm curious because I attempted it, and I'm still interested in 75 hard, and I take not adjusting 75 hard very seriously. Like, I know there is 75 medium, 75 soft, but 75 hard in its original form is a mental toughness challenge. It's to help build habits and commitment and develop better time management and organizational skills. So there's a reason why it's hard, even though it's unrealistic for a lot of people. And I do want to attempt it because I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I want to attempt it in its original form, and it's the gallon of water that keeps me from doing it. I definitely did not prior to Zepbound. I rarely drank any. I lived on sweet tea, energy drinks, and lattes. I had a Red Bull last night, and it was good. It was like a not strawberry, but it was like whatever the pink one is. I don't know, but I needed it. I was tired. I worked till 1 a.m. and I typically reserve energy drinks for when I'm desperate in the middle of a long distance drive. But this is a Red Bull that I didn't finish from I didn't use from one of my previous drives. So I just happened to have it with me. I was cleaning out my fridge at my apartment, so I brought it with me to my house sit. So I don't end my life on this walking pad. I'll comment in 17 minutes. Okay. All right. Only time you're not drinking is when you're sleeping. Yes, your safety is everything. Okay, so yeah, I wake up pretty late. Like I don't wake up, or I'm not willing to get out of bed until like around 10, 11. Like 10 is pushing it, but I'm trying to start waking up early. Like I talked about in the members only video, Jen, some about that 7 a.m. hour don't sit right with my spirit. But I want to be a morning person so bad. I just don't want to work in the morning. AM work is not for me. But I want to be a person that starts my day in the morning. And so getting up at 7 gives me about 5 hours of sleep. That typically only works out for me if I'm doing keto. If I'm fasting regularly, I have so much energy and insomnia that 5 hours of sleep is actually plenty. Like I don't even think I think I was living on like 4 hours of sleep when I was on keto. So it's kind of hard for me to live on 5 hours right now, but I really want to start my day before 10 a.m. Like I want to have my workout done before 10 a.m. So if I'm waking up earlier, I should be able to get more water in. I don't think I need a gallon. In fact, I don't really think I'm counting. Like if I can get 2 Stanleys in a day, I'm straight. Those are 40 ounces a piece, so 80 ounces. I'm straight with that. And if I need more, then I'll drink more. You don't need to get out of bed to drink water. I don't think you should get up at 7. Okay, so here's why I said 7. Well, part of that had to do with me taking care of the dogs. So ideally, I'll be up by 9 o'clock. But what I noticed is when I try to start getting up at 9, I automatically start waking up earlier, like without my alarm. So in my mind, naturally, I'm going to be up at 7. And it's so one thing I learned about sleep is that once you wake up, like, so if you are someone that suffers from chronic fatigue, right? Like you're sleepy all the time. That's something that I suffer from. What I learned to get beyond that is that, or what I learned about what causes that is restarting your sleep cycle. So when you go to, hi Alexis, when you go to bed for the night, right? And then you wake up in the morning, but you're not ready to get out of bed. So then you go back to sleep. Your sleep cycle restarts, but now you never get to complete it because you were only asleep for an extra hour or two. So the snooze is our detriment. I don't snooze. I don't snooze alarms. In fact, I want to get to the point where I don't need alarms to wake up at all. I'm trying to go alarm-free, an alarm-free lifestyle. But the snooze is your enemy. Every time you fall back to sleep, you're restarting your sleep cycle, and it's never completing. So you end up exhausted for the day. So there was, when I learned this the first time, I challenged myself to whatever time I wake up in the morning. If I don't got to be up till 10, but my ass wakes up at 6:30, get out of the bed and go do something. Go work out, go clean, go walk the dog, go do something. I did that for about a week or two. My sleep was wonderful. Now I've since fallen out of that habit and I'm trying to get back into it. So that's why I said 7, Jen. I'm not aiming for 7, I'm aiming for 9. So my alarm will be set for 9, but I know naturally my body will start waking up at 8:30, 8 o'clock, 7:30, 7 a.m. Like it'll naturally start waking up early on its own. But I do want more time in my day to get stuff done. Hi, Mad Dog. Don't take my word for it, but do your research. But just want to say, human body only absorbs 4 ounces of water every hour. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. I am not sure. 10 a.m. is fine for an evening worker. 10 a.m. and then I work at 3. 10 a.m. is what I was doing before today. But what I was finding was that my alarm would go off at 10, but I'd stay in bed till about 11:30. So my logic is if I set my alarm for 9, then I can lounge around for an hour or two. You know what I mean? Or like I can take my time getting out of bed. I also have a thing. I get this from my mom. I get it from my mom. Get it from my mama. If she didn't have her task for the day accomplished by 12 o'clock, she felt like the day was wasted. And I'm not a morning person, but I have that attitude. Like, I want my exercise, my first meal, now my live stream. I want all of this done by 12 o'clock. Maybe one. But I want all of this done by 12 o'clock so that I could potentially take a nap before work or just waste my day, whatever I want to do with it. Whatever I want to do until 3 o'clock, fine. However I want to spend that 3 hours, whatever. But I want my day's task completed before noon. That's the objective. So 10 a.m. is good for me getting off at 1. Let's say I go to bed about 2. That gives me about 8 hours of sleep. But I'm going to push to 9. To give myself some extra wiggle room. We'll see how it... Oh, get off of my screen, grasshopper. Sorry, I have a grasshopper on my screen. And I'm scared to touch it. I'm scared to touch it. Ah! I'm scared of bugs. Okay. Oh, no problem, Mad Dog. Thank you for subscribing. Hi, Eric. So I've done 75 hard and currently training for a triathlon. Whoop, whoop. I lose a lot of water through sweat during training, so I'm drinking 4 to 6 liter waters a day. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like athletes, like people that exercise quite a bit, it makes sense that they can get more water. In fact, you know what else is probably going to help me? The fact that I plan to be more regularly in the sauna, at least 4 days a week I plan to be in a sauna. I'm always super thirsty when I come out of there. Only when you dehydrate yourself, you should drink more. And Mad Dog and Eric, thank you so much for subscribing, and thank you for commenting. I love when I see new people comment. Yeah, that's dedication. I start drinking 30 ounce room temp distilled water as soon as I wake up. I make 50-ounce infused cucumber water that I drink throughout the rest of the day. I love cucumber water. I haven't infused in a very long time, but I love cucumber water. Okay, so this was helpful. I have my strategies. Whoever hasn't been drinking enough water, we have our strategies. Plenty have been listed here. Plenty of strategies have been listed for getting more water into our day. Okay, so this is non-negotiable. There's no reason why you should be going a whole day like this. Nobody has mentioned alcohol yet. There are some alcohol drinkers that I wish, hopefully I'll get one to comment, like eventually, but there are some alcohol drinkers that will not drink water. Not they won't, but they will prioritize their alcohol over water. Y'all too, get your water in. I don't care if you have your wine, your beer, whatever, but get your water in, okay? All right. So the next non-negotiable is rest. This is a perfect segue since I was talking about what time of day I should be waking up. Jen, you know what? You're absolutely right. 7 a.m. is too early, but I have a lot to do today. So I had to go. I had an appointment at 8:45. I had to make sure. Damn, these bugs are getting me. I had an appointment at 8:45. I have another appointment at 12, and I had to make sure the dogs were taken care of before I left. And I also was planning to go to the sauna at 7:30, but then I realized there was no reason to do that. Like, I could do the live first and then go. Like, I can go to my 12 o'clock appointment and then go to the sauna. There was no reason for me to go to the sauna at 7:30. So I just woke up early. One, because I naturally woke up and the objective was to stay up. I did my video that I did this morning, and then yeah, I had to take care of the dogs. So rest, right? It dawned on me yesterday. I'm gonna share my membership link. I forgot to do that. Make sure you like and subscribe, share the stream. If you'd like to support, you can send a super chat, or if I miss your question, you can super chat it so that it stands out to me. You can send super stickers if you don't have a question, and consider becoming a member. So I will go find my membership link because I always forget to share it, and it's hard for people to find, honestly, which is so weird. Like, YouTube should make it easier. Like, if you're not live, it's really hard for people to join. It's really hard for people to join. Like, it's so complicated for no reason. Okay. So I realized I have not been prioritizing rest. As y'all know, I've been live every day. One, because it's been therapeutic. It's been really, really helpful with me staying present in the moment with where I'm at. It's been very, I've been getting educated on some things. I'm meeting new people, right? I met the vegan, y'all. I met the vegan. I'm just waiting for a carnivore now. So we got a vegan, we got a triathlete. I'm waiting for a carnivore. We got a pharmacist. I think Journey of Life is a pharmacist too, or is she a nurse? We got a couple people. We got a couple people. We need us a carnivore, okay? We need us a carnivore. So I have not been prioritizing rest, and it literally just hit me like a ton of bricks this morning. Like this morning. Or yesterday, whatever. No, I think it was this morning. It was just like, no, it was last night, because I was thinking about what I was going to talk about for this topic, and I'm like, what should I be prioritizing that I'm treating as optional? And rest is one of those things. Now, again, setting yourself up for failure. You're setting yourself up for failure. How can I not see my live? That is so weird. Hold on, give me a second. You're setting yourself up for failure if you're trying to lose weight, or you're just trying to be healthier overall, but you don't prioritize rest. And this goes for the 6-day-a-week gym people too. I'm talking to y'all too. There's a couple of y'all that be like, yeah, I'm in the gym 5-6 days a week, and I'm like, go on, yeah, that's great, but when are you resting? When are you resting? And this is coming from a person that hold on. This is coming from a person that don't even go to the gym. So why am I so tired? one, I'm tired because of the sleep cycle thing that I said. I wake up, I go to sleep, I wake up, I go to sleep, I wake up, I go to sleep, which is not healthy. We should not be doing that. And then I work late, and when the weekends come, I have a problem with doing nothing, right? Which is weird because I always say that I'm lazy, yet when I have an opportunity to do nothing, I find something to do. When I have an opportunity to do now, yes, I have a lot going on. I'm moving, I'm traveling, I'm moving some more, I'm traveling some more. I got appointment after appointment, I'm in physical therapy. Yes, I have a lot going on, so that is true. But it's not necessarily an excuse to just neglect rest, to neglect recovery, to neglect taking care of myself. You know what I mean? Like that's not an excuse. Some tips for increasing water intake: drink 400 to 600 mil when I wake up. Adding sugar-free electrolytes. I love, so I get my electrolytes from a branched chain amino acid powder that I use. It has electrolytes as well. Eric, are you not in the States? Are you not in the US? Let me know. I'm just noticing you said ml and not cups. You know, it's Americans. We like our cups. We like our cups and our pounds. Reindeer. Rest is one of the areas I'm falling down. Oh, reindeer, let's talk. Let's talk. Reason why, Manjaro. Let's talk. Let's talk. So I was naturally reaching for my drink bottle. If you haven't, definitely invest. Plus, it increases hydration. You need a strict sleep schedule. Go to bed, same time, wake up same time, minimum 7 hours of sleep. I'm surprised we have no doctors unless they are in the bushes. Rest is step one. Everyone forgets. Okay. And also, Eric, let me know where you're watching from. So this is absolutely true. This is absolutely true. Everyone forgets rest. Everyone wants to go, 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 go. And the strict sleep schedule is, Eric, it is when I do it, it's the best. Don't get me, wasp. Go away, ugly. When I have a strict sleep schedule, I am my most sane. The problem is when I fall out of that habit, it's so hard to get it back. Okay, so we're segueing. We're talking about rest, right? Rest is not just sleep. Sometimes rest is just doing nothing. Jen, we want to make things easy in life, like soft life. I mean, it doesn't. I don't know. I feel like soft life has been co-opted by a bunch of like propaganda. So I'm a little weary of the titles, but you essentially know what I mean. I have been neglecting a consistent schedule, a consistent wake and sleep schedule. And when I am awake and I'm going, I have been neglecting the do nothing hour or hours. I have planned more than once a social media blackout and have not done it. Most of the time I just forget. I should be writing it down, but it's like when I'm serious about something, I'll write it down so that I don't forget it. I have not written this down yet because it's not a priority for me. It's not a priority for me, but I'm at the point where, like, you know, we're spending so much money on these medications, and it's like it's frustrating to not have progress and know that you're not having progress because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. So it's like I spent $500 this month for what? Granted, I am grateful. Let me express a little gratitude. I am grateful that it is working for me because I'm not regaining my weight, right? My appetite is still controlled. So I am grateful for that. But even if I don't get my 10 pounds down a month, there's no reason why I can't get off 4 pounds in a month other than my own behaviors and my own decisions of things that I'm putting in my mouth, not moving my body, not drinking enough water, not getting enough sleep. I'm doing all of the things. I'm not doing the things that I should be doing that I did last month. I didn't get my sleep together last month, but my water was right. My diet was right. So it's work to not fall back into old habits, right? That's why this is important. It's definitely work to do that. My body wakes me up after 5 hours of sleep. I hate it. I know I need more sleep, but I just can't go back to sleep after that. Well, here's the thing about the sleep. Your body tells you how much sleep you need. I have been in places in my life where I only needed 5 hours and I was perfectly fine. I mean, like energetic, bouncing throughout the day. Now, if you're only getting 5 hours and you're still tired, then yeah, that's a sign that you possibly need more sleep or your schedule is simply too irregular. One thing our body will reward us for, I've done it. I've done it. You would think that once you get the hang of it, you'd keep it, but you like I said, you get lazy. But I promise you, one thing your body will reward you for is consistency with your sleep. Going to bed at the same time. Another thing I had to learn is sleeping with my TV turned off. When I did that years ago, it's hard for me because, secret guys, I'm afraid of the dark. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. There's monsters in the dark, okay? Um, but like, I need stimulation. Like I need to. I don't like to sleep in dead silence. So I would often sleep with the TV on for background noise. I didn't know that was disrupting my sleep. I didn't know that. When I found that out, it took some work, but I started sleeping with the TV off. So I would put it on a timer so that it turns off after I fall asleep. And then I got to the point where I could turn it off before I fall asleep. And then I got to the point where I wouldn't even turn the TV on at all. Like I wasn't even watching TV in the bedroom. And again, I was getting some of the most restful sleep. But you know what? I got comfortable, I got lazy, and I stopped doing it. So these are all things that I've learned over the years that I've just fallen out of practice with. And that's okay. I'm aware of it and I'm sharing it now because these are the things that I plan to do moving forward. Like the room that I'm in now at this house sit has no TV, which is wonderful. I went to a house in DC. There was no TV in the whole house. I almost had a panic attack. This was recent. This was a couple months ago. Like a month or so ago. This is recent. I showed up at a house sit. Mind you, I had pictures, but I wasn't looking for the TV. I showed up to a house sit in DC. When that lady showed me her apartment and there was no TV, I almost had an anxiety attack because I sleep even if I'm not going to sleep, I like a TV on for background noise. Typically, I like a TV on for background noise. I almost had a panic attack. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm here for a week. This lady has no TV. What am I going to do? But you know what? It was actually worth it because, one, I got over it very quickly. It only took like a couple hours for me to get over it. And ever since that house, I don't even turn the TV on when I go anywhere now. I don't even turn it on. I've been at this house sit for 3 days, 2-3 days. I don't turn that TV on. I don't even turn it on. And there's no TV in my room. So every house sit since, I barely even watch TV now. But I had to be forced into that position because I damn sure was like low key having a panic. Like I was like, there's no TV. What am I gonna do? Oh my gosh. Consistent sleep is easier when you're not postmenopausal. Just saying. Tell me more. Well, it's not easy, period, because we have such busy lives. And even when you don't have a busy life, it's still not easy. It's not easy to get consistent sleep because it takes discipline. Now, I can imagine that being postmenopausal, it would be more difficult. But in general, it's not easy to commit to a sleep schedule because we're adults. Who wants to have a bedtime? Nobody. Don't it make you feel a little childish? Like sometimes I feel a little childish when I feel like I have a bedtime. Like I don't want to go to bed. I'm not ready. Mind you, I'm an old lady, so my bedtime is like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. So when I got to work until 1, I'm running on fumes. Like after 10, I'm running on magic, thin air, honestly. Like I'm literally running on thin air. So so by the time I get off, I'm ready to crash anyway. The problem is when it's not a work day and the weekend is here, the discipline comes in, right? Most of the time when they have work. My boyfriend, something wrong with him. Something wrong with him. He will sleep on time. He will be tired. He will know he's gonna be tired the next day and choose it. He will choose the hard life. But for the most part, school, work, people will go to bed on time. It's when you get to the days off and then people change up their habit and then suddenly your sleep schedule is thrown off. So that's the challenge. One, getting to a consistent schedule and then keeping it when the weekend comes. That's hard. That's hard to do. Like if it's Saturday, because typically you would think that means staying up later. But if it's Saturday, if I'm typically going to sleep at 2 a.m., right? Because I get off at 1, I got to do my routine and I'm ready for bed at 2. But when it's Saturday and I don't got to stay up for work, I'm ready to go to bed by 11 o'clock. But really, I should be staying up until 2 because that would make my sleep more consistent. Just even saying that stresses me out. Just even saying that stresses me out. Like me having to stay up to on a weekend, it's like, why? I'm home. I want to go to bed. Hi, Delilah. Good morning. Um, not Delilah. Taisha says, I'm on HRT and my sleep has been incredible. Sydney, have you considered trying that? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not at that point yet. Still fairly young, but I still like sleep aids. Not things that not like a Tylenol PM. Like some people do that. Not like codeine, but like I like things that assist with what happens naturally in the body. My functional medicine doctor has started me on HRT recently, Taisha, but we haven't hit on the right formulation yet, getting there. Yes, Dr. Tina talks about that. It takes some tweaking to get it right for your body. Hang in there, Sydney. You'll find it. It must be nice to have a functional medicine doctor. I consider getting one, and I don't even need HRT as far as I know yet. I don't know. I have no idea if I need it. But not for being like pre or post menopause, but I'm just saying, like, I think for the most part, like, the whole reason we have issues with our eating in the first place is because our hormones are out of whack, right? And the GLP and GIP helps out with that. But imagine what else could be out of whack. Like, if I could optimize my hormones, if I could financially do that, I love biohacking. I do. I love longevity. I love biohacking. I love, like, I love all of that. I love all of that. I love all of that. Optimizing your hormones, I would love to do that. I would love to do that. I'm all about doing whatever it takes to make your body feel better. So when we get into rest, it's not just about sleep, right? It's about taking time off as well. So some of you that are in the gym 5-6 days a week, kudos to you. When do you rest? How tough are your exercises? When do you recover? Some people have kids. I know it's very, very hard to find time for yourself. Those that have young kids, do you ever find time for yourself, or do you feel like it's not a priority? Or if you don't have kids, maybe in a relationship, maybe you're married or something like that, and you don't find time for yourself. And then with work, a lot of people prioritize work over finding time for themselves. Like, I'm not unreasonable. I get that we have to go to work, we have families, we're going to exercise, we're gonna have busy lives. Some people run businesses. I get it. But at what point do you just do nothing? Is doing nothing outrageous? If doing nothing is outrageous to you, let me know. Sydney, that's great. They say it can take 6 to 8 weeks to have it fill your body the way you need after finding your dose. Taisha says that's fantastic. It took me a bit of time, but I'm finally there. I'm on 0.1 of estradiol, or is it estradiol, and a very low dose of testosterone. Doing nothing is necessary. It is. I fight with my cousin about this. My cousin like, sit your ass down. I'd be like, oh my, like let's say I have a weekend, right? This is before I was being consistent with the live streaming. So let's say I have a weekend. It's Saturday and I'm just like, oh my God, like, I feel like I'm supposed to be doing something. I feel like I'm not being productive. And my cousin is like, you don't know how to relax. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. So I felt like I was getting better about that, and then I've backslid since being live more often. I have self-time. I go to the sauna and massage. Michelle says, I have self-time. I go to the sauna and massages. I have it scheduled. I take time to myself at least once a week. I make time for my kids and work. It's a balance. It's not easy, but I try. Wonderful, Michelle. At least you're conscious of it. Wonderful. Lila says doing nothing used to be unacceptable for me. Now it's my dream come true. Absolutely. I don't know why that's so hard for me. Just relax, chill out. So let me tell y'all real quick, right? Because like I said, relaxing isn't just sleep. That's just a part of it. Sometimes, like not even sometimes, doing nothing should be a requirement. Doing nothing, or as little as possible, should be a requirement. That doesn't mean you live your life that way. That just means it becomes a part of your routine, the way you make time for work, the way you make time for your kids, the way you make time for your partner, the way you make time for all of the responsibilities in your life. Doing nothing is a responsibility. Sounds like an oxymoron, sounds like a contradiction, but it is. Rest, doing nothing is a responsibility. A little louder for those in the back, in the back. especially if you want to lose weight successfully. Doing nothing is good for the soul. Yes, Sydney says yes, a functional medicine doctor is great for everything. The testing she has done has never been done by any doctor I've had. However, functional medicine docs are expensive because they don't take insurance. Absolutely. But you know what? They deserve to be paid for their work. I considered becoming one. I considered becoming a naturopathic doctor, but that's not the path for me. Health coaching is. Health coaching is the path for me. Being a doctor is not the path for me. I just need a really good doctor. I think society conditions us to go, go, go. I'm not subscribed to that. Who got time for that? Like, okay, so Taisha, let's talk real quick. Because especially being a black woman, you're expected to go all the time. Don't stop. And if you stop, you're a failure. Like, that's why I said, like, and then you get the other side of that, which is like the soft life thing, where it's like, oh, like it becomes like it goes too far to the other extreme, where it's like you how do I say, like, self-care turns into monetary things, right? Like, you have to get the massage, you have to go to the spa, you have to get your nails done, you got to keep your hair done, you got to get your lashes done, you got to get your eyebrows done, you got to take the trip, these are all things that I love to do just naturally, but they cost money. So what about the people that can't afford to do those things? Then what? They're not good enough for the soft life? They don't qualify for the soft life because they can't take a trip 3 times a year? Or because they can't get their nails done every 2 weeks? Or because they gotta go to work and they don't have like a partner that may cover majority or all of the bills? You know what I mean? So on one hand, you got the worker bee that's expected to go, 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 go. And then on the other hand, you got like, no, I'm too soft. I'm too much into my soft life to even lift a finger. And it's just like, can we just find a happy medium where we prioritize being productive to get to the goals, to the things that we want to achieve in life, but we also prioritize downtime. Like, it's non-negotiable. That's the theme of this stream. These things are non-negotiable. Moving your body, prioritizing your mobility and your strength, that's non-negotiable. Hydrating your body is non-negotiable. Resting your mind, your body, it is non-negotiable. I'm ordering you to do nothing. I'm prescribing you nothing for the second half of the day. Wait, no, we're in the middle of the week. On the weekend, find half a day to do nothing. When I was your age, Vanity, I used to work 3 full-time jobs. Nothing was unheard of. Do what fits you. Yeah, I mean, listen. So before this past year, I worked 3 jobs for 3 years straight. They weren't 3 full-time jobs. I had 1 full-time and 2 part-time. So I had my full-time job in cybersecurity. I had a part-time job as a hostess, and I would do Uber and Lyft part-time. So I worked 7 days a week. And you know what? I had a moment because I was exhausted. Mind you, I'm the 3 trips a year girly. At least 2. Not say at least 1, but preferably 2 or 3. Like, I'm leave the country every 4 to 5 months girl. I'm that girl. So it got to the point where I would get on vacation and I would be asleep in the room. What the hell is the point of that? Like, I'm so exhausted from working 7 days a week that by the time I get on vacation, I don't even want to do nothing. I just want to rest, have breakfast, go to the spa, and sleep some more. Can't even enjoy my trip for real. Can't even enjoy it. So it dawned on me like, why am I working 3 jobs now? Because my 1 full-time job is enough to sustain my life. Although I got to get out of debt. But it's like, why do I have 3 jobs now? So basically, I'm saying it got to a point where I just gave up. I was like, I don't have to work 3 jobs. I don't have to miss out on my relationship. I don't have to be this tired. I don't have to do it. I'm fine with the money that I make. I make good money. I would get more out of it if I wasn't in debt. I'm sick of paying these banks back for these credit cards. I'm over it. But yeah, I had to learn, like, it's not worth, the extra money isn't worth taking up 7 days out of my week. It just wasn't worth it. Delilah says, serious question. Who expects black women to go, 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 or you're not enough? Society. Like, I'm not saying individuals, I'm saying society. other black women, people, society, especially if you work in corporate America. Especially if you work in corporate America. It just is what it is. But when I said it, I was essentially talking about how other black women see each other, right? So like think of like Black Girl Magic, Boss Babe, like CEO, business owner. I make all of this money. I have all of these achievements. I got a house. I got a car. I got this, which is wonderful. Don't misunderstand that I'm trying to like downplay these things. These are wonderful achievements. But think of like a city like Atlanta, where everybody's accomplishing something, right? And if you're not, you're just like, you're just like, you know, kind of like an elitist attitude. And there's a worker bee mentality. It's very hard to explain. Like there is this worker bee mentality. Now, if y'all think I'm tripping, there's a few black women in here. If you think I'm tripping, let me know. But there is. Now, here's the thing, though. Let me tell y'all this before I get caught up on the comments. I don't work in corporate America, but I work corporate adjacent, right? So I'm not high enough up on the corporate ladder to be considered corporate, right? Like I'm not high enough on the food chain of employees within my company to just be considered corporate, right? But I have privilege in my field, which is why if I ever leave the field of IT, I don't think if I ever leave the field of IT, I think I have to have my own business, which is why I want to start health coaching, because I'm good at this. I'm good at this, right? I'm good at the talking. I'm good at the educating. I'm good at the learning. I'm good at the listening. I'm good at the keeping an open mind. I'm good at the helping, right? I'm good at that. So that's what I want to do. But in my field, I have privilege because I'm a triple minority, okay? And I don't say that in like a victim mindset. I say that as in like I work in a field predominantly dominated by middle-aged white men. I ain't got nothing against with middle-aged white men. I ain't got nothing against them. They just dominate my field, IT. They just do. Like they are the majority of the workforce in IT. And then after that, it's probably like young white men, and then maybe women are next. I don't even think you can make like a racial separation there. Like I don't think there's enough women in the field to even make it a racial separation. But if you were, then it would be like white women, and then it would be like black women, and then it would probably be like black men. Like there's not a lot of black men in IT. Now, don't come into my comments like I'm black and I work in IT. Okay, great, good for you. I'm just saying that there's not a lot. So let me get back to me being a triple minority. Well, now I'm going more so into a double because I'm not as young as I used to be, okay? But when I started, I was around like 21, 22. So when I first got into IT, I would be the only woman, the only young woman, the only young black woman, or the only black woman. So I'd be the only woman who's black and young, because everybody else was middle-aged, male, and white. And if they did not fit into that demographic, then there was probably one black male, possibly, or one or two young white males. Now, I don't think being black gave me privilege, but definitely being young and being a woman gave me privilege in this field. Because everyone is so like, now some people may have had some horrible experiences, so when I get caught up in the comments, we'll see. But I tend to get like, not spoiled wherever I go work, but it's kind of like I get the benefit of the doubt more so than not. But I'm also good at my job. It's not like I'm a dunce. Like I get more attention as far as like teaching. I consider that a privilege. Like I remember my first job in IT, it was me and one boy. He was a white young man, and it was me, and we were the youngest people in the office. Everybody else was like middle-aged white men, and then there was one black guy that was middle-aged. So we were the two youngest people, and we were new. I got more, and maybe this is just me being a girl, right? Like I said, but I got more attention as far as teaching. And I also, now, I also think it was because I just grasped things better. Like I was more teachable. But my cousin understands, right? My cousin gets what I'm talking about. I don't even know if my cousin is watching, but my cousin gets it because my cousin works in IT too. So my cousin also has the same experience. Like, it's always only being a black person, like being the only black person. I think right now, not I think, but right now, my shift has one, two, three, 5 people, 6 people. I'm the only black person. I'm the only black person, and it's not the first time. I'm either the only woman or the only black person, and sometimes I'm the only black woman. So if there is another woman, she's not black. I've never worked with another black woman in IT ever, and I've been in IT for almost 8 years. So I said that to say that in when you get to corporate levels, yes, there is a worker bee mentality when it comes to black women. I'm sorry, that was a long segue, but yeah, there is a worker bee mentality. Once you, like, the higher up the ladder you get in corporate America, yes, there's a worker bee mentality, and there is an expectation that black women can take any level of strain put on their back without it breaking. Taisha says, absolutely. I had times in my life where I was pulling 18-hour days, and it was easy during manic episodes, but it wasn't easy when I got to the depressive phase. We need a balance. Are you saying you're bipolar? I don't want to assume, but is that what you're saying? Because that's interesting. That's interesting. I'm trying to think if I have a family member that's bipolar. I may be misunderstanding the condition. Never mind. But is that what you were saying? Michelle says, there has been times I couldn't do sauna and massages, so I did other things, and I still do, like take walks or go feed ducks. That is so cute. And many other things. Do what fits you in your life. Finally have that mentally. It's been fantastic. That's great self-care. Feeding the ducks is so cute. They're wonderful things, but not the cost of our health and mental. Right? Black women expect you to be on top of your game. It does sound like it's placed upon you by other black women, and that hurts my heart for your go away community. Everyone, regardless of race, should be able to have downtime, have that be celebrated. Yeah, it's hard. I used to be in IT field, Vanity. That's what I did in the Air Force, and when I got out, I did it as a civilian, and I made so much money. DMV, I went in the Army. I loved working with just men. Taisha, do not make me go down that rabbit hole. Oh my gosh. Segue, sidebar. No, let me read the comments. Hi, Delilah says, I'm a Mexican American, and the pressure my own community puts on me is insane. I can't have kids, and that's considered disgraceful. It's protocol to be married and have many, many children. Wow. Expectations of one's community is I say fuck them. I mean, not your people. I'm talking about me as a black person. I'm like, listen, all y'all not my family. All of y'all are not my family. So I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. And I barely give a fuck what they talking about. But I love my family. I love them. My family don't try to tell me what to do or give me expectations. But other than be responsible, they expect me to be responsible. But that's about it. My goodness, I'm terrible at from my phone. I switched to mental health when I joined the Army. But really, I would rather be at home all by myself, not in a room with people who don't even care about my well-being, you know? But the people around me cannot wrap their mind around that. As a leader in my job, I was the first young African-American woman on the highest floor, admin, who held the highest degree besides the MD executive director. I just enjoy it. I was the only black woman, too. In IT, it'd be like that. Can you recap the non-negotiable? Sure. I'm bipolar 1. Oh, there's different levels to it. Okay. I worked in IT system development for most of my career and senior management, and it was exhausting. And senior management sounds very corporate. That sounds very, very up the laddery-ish. Let's head over to my TMJ appointment. So I'll be getting out of here in about an hour. But we're gonna keep talking while I head over. Okay, so let's recap the non-negotiables. So, exercise, non-negotiable. Why? Because what would you do if you, God forbid, lost your mobility tomorrow? Would you just be okay with that? You know what I mean? I'm going to assume that the answer is no. So let's appreciate what we have and use it. Start where you are. It could be a walk, it could be stretching. The point is to be conscious of it. And then at some point, like my goal is for it to be on autopilot, right? I really desire to be the person, but I gotta work for this. I can't just want it. Just saying I want it is not enough. But I want to be the person that adores moving my body. Right now, I'm the person that don't want to move. I don't even want to get up right now and go to my car. I'm the person that don't want to move. I want to be the person that adores moving my body so much so that if I don't have it, I feel like I'm missing something, okay? That's how much I want to appreciate my body, okay? So non-negotiable, move your body, move your body, move your body. But there's a caveat to that when we get to the rest, okay? Hydration, non-negotiable. Non-negotiable. And somebody can write these in the chat, just the labels. So first is exercise, second is hydration. There is no reason why you should be prioritizing any beverage over water, period. I don't have there's no particular amount, the amount that works for you. There's no particular goal or amount, the amount or goal that works for you. There's no reason why anybody should be going a whole day without drinking water unless you just don't have access to water. That's a different story. But it is a priority. Treat it as one, especially if you want your weight loss journey to be successful. Prioritize your hydration, okay? Period. Point blank period. I didn't mention this, but honestly, you can tell whether you're hydrated or not by your urine. We all know this, right? We know this. Like if your urine's too dark, you're more dehydrated. If it's completely clear, that's not good either. You're overhydrated. It should be like a light straw kind of yellow. Okay, TMI, but come on, we're adults. Like, look at your pee when you go to the bathroom. Your urine should not be orange. It shouldn't be orange. Like, mine isn't orange. But if it starts getting too dark, I'm like, shit, did I drink water? No, I didn't drink no water. Yeah, I do that. I do. I'm just being honest. And if I start overthinking the water and I go to the bathroom and it's completely clear, like there's no distinguishing my urine from the toilet water, I'm like, okay, back off, wait a couple hours, let your kidneys process, like, okay. And then rest. We ended off at rest, okay? Rest is a non-negotiable. Find time to do nothing. I don't care what's going on in your life. Find time to do nothing. I have a family member right now that is going through 2 losses in the same week. Like, why is my phone recording what I'm saying? That is going through the loss of 2 of their family members in the same week. And it's an impossible situation. Like it's just an impossible situation, right? But I said that to say, let's not wait for life to get really, really hard or really, really effed up to decide that you just need a minute to yourself. Because that's the time when everybody needs space, right? When you lose someone, everyone's just like, well, not everyone. Some people may deal with loss by via community and attachments to other people. So I don't want to say everybody, but for those that deal with, like me, I deal with loss by isolating myself. You know what I mean? Because, and I feel like that happens because 1, grief is hard, but 2, when you have so many things going on in life and then something goes so wrong, you just don't want to deal with life anymore. So this could happen whether you lose somebody or not. Prioritize taking care of yourself. Like, people literally drop dead from stress. They literally drop dead. So prioritize, and it doesn't have to be paying to do something. It doesn't have to be paying for a pedicure, even though I love pedicures. So paying for it is a part of my self-care. I love that for me. I love that for me. I think Michelle said sometimes walking is a part of self-care. That's not a part of my self-care, but I would like for it to be. I would like for just in getting outside and listening to the birds. I don't do that enough. Like, I would like for that to mean something to me. Right now, I don't appreciate that. I really don't. Like, I've been inside. We're halfway through the summer, kind of, sort of. I haven't done anything. I haven't really been outside. The only time I go outside is when I'm going to get a coffee, or I'm going to another house sit, or I'm going to an appointment. Like, if I'm going outside, I'm going outside with an objective. What about going outside just to go outside and enjoy the weather? Because I know as soon as winter hits, I'm going to have the winter blues. Oh, I didn't bring my thingy with me. So, Do nothing. Prioritize doing nothing. That doesn't mean be an unproductive person. That's not what that means. Hold on. If it sounds like I'm hitting the mic, my bad. My bad. I don't even think I can. Can I set this up in a way where I can still use my mic? Sort of, kind of. That works, but then I can't see the comments really. Well, I'm not supposed to see them. I'm driving anyway. Okay, hold on. I'm not supposed to be able to see the comments. Hold on. There, that's not. My dumb behind. It muted when I disconnected the mic. I didn't realize that. It went on mute. Okay, how about now? Girl, how about now? Cause I'm up right now. And you stuck right now. It's hot. Okay. So you were saying your condolences and thank you. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of week, and you know, yeah, it's rough. So I'm just saying, you know, don't wait for life to get hard to decide to take care of yourself. Prioritize doing nothing. Reindeer, did you say that you were working on that, or is that something you already do? Like you find a way to, whatever it may mean, take care of yourself. Can y'all still hear me? I think it connected to the car and I didn't want it to do that, but if it's not a problem, then it can stay. Girl, how about now? I'm up right now. And you stuck right now. You can still hear me? Okay. All right. There was one. So I summarized the first three. There was one more I wanted to get to, which is accountability. Being accountable for yourself is non-negotiable. Okay. You're working on taking care of yourself. Okay. Being accountable for yourself is non-negotiable. Because I always talk about what's going wrong and how I was planning to do this and I was gonna do that. I cannot stand I was trying to, or I was gonna. I can't stand when people say that to me. But yet I will allow myself to say that to myself, like, oh, I was gonna, or I was trying to, or I'm trying. Are you doing it or are you not? Did you do it or did you not? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, and then, like, sometimes we don't realize we're making excuses. Like, there are real life excuses for things. But at the end of the day, excuses are excuses. You know what I mean? So, I said that to say we should be trying to make less of them and thinking more so along the lines of being accountable for ourselves, okay? For example, people feeling like they're not being successful on their journey, whatever your goal is, to lose, to gain, to maintain, stopping and starting over, whatever it is. when we talk about those things, when we think about those things, all we have is excuses. You're working on the positive self-talk? Yeah. So I had shared, right? Oh, this is a perfect time for me to explain if Sydney is still here, or Jen. So I had shared. So I took, okay, so I did a video a few months ago. I think I was only 30 pounds down, or maybe I had made it to 40 pounds down, where I shared a before and after, and it was really hard for me to share, but I did it. And people were happy to see that I shared it. Now, when I made it to about 50 pounds down, I did another before and after, but the 10-pound difference didn't seem like that much of a difference to me. So because I did my, or was it a 20-pound difference? I don't know. I can't remember where the first before and after was. But either way, it seemed like my first before and after and one that I did recently, there wasn't that much of a difference in the after. So I posted the pictures for members only, and I had said that I'm working, like I want to get to the point where the first thing I think about my progress is something positive. Right now, it's something, I won't say negative, but it's not as positive as I would like it to be. And then I have to go back and think of something positive. So like I was looking at this before and after. I didn't share it at first, and then I shared it for members. And the first thing that I shared, that the first thing that I thought was like, ugh, I wish I had made more progress. Like I would feel better about sharing my before and after publicly if there was a bigger difference, you know what I mean, between the last before and after. Like the before is the same, but the after pictures are kind of similar. So I'm like, there's no reason to share this again, because it looks like it kind of looks similar to the last before and after. So I was thinking that, but I then went back and I'm like, you know what? I thought about something positive, and I've been really excited about my collarbone. I've been really excited. Like I love my collarbone. It is my favorite part of my body. My favorite part. Damn. It's my favorite part of my body. It is. It is. And honestly, I didn't start to really notice it until recently, this past month. I mean, maybe I noticed it a little bit before, but it's really like starting to pop with this last 12 pounds that I lost. And I love it so much. I love it, love it. Like it really makes me feel super confident. Like, some people see weight loss in their face and it makes them feel confident, or weight loss in their legs or their back or their stomach or whatever. This up here, baby. This up here. This up here. I don't know what just happened. My comments are like now blocking a good portion of the screen. I don't know what just happened, but this up here, like my collarbone starts to pop. It's a big deal for me. But that thought that I got out of that. But I really want to just start looking at myself and seeing, like, and being happy with what I see. Like I really do. Because most of the time right now, I just still feel fat. Like I've come a long way. Oh my God. Like I have to look at the before and the after together for me to for it to click. Like, okay, calm down. You've made wonderful progress. Like stop it right now. But when I'm not looking at my pictures, I start getting in my own head, and I'm just like, damn, like I still got 50 pounds to go. Because when I was at my highest weight of 242, I would have given a lung to get under 200 pounds. Like at that time, I would have been like, yeah, I will give anything. I will give anything if you could just get this 40 to 50 pounds off. First of all, I wasn't even thinking about 50, but like to get to 200, if you would just get this 40 pounds off my back, I'll be so happy. What do you mean, Jen? Yes, it did. Did you see? Jen, did you see the first before and after? The first set of pictures that I showed a few months ago, where I showed my back rolls, it's the video where in the title it says I lost the whole back roll. I feel like those pictures look the same as these current pictures. I think it's only like a 10 or 12 pound difference. Gently Milo. Don't start with me. Positive self-talk takes a lot of practice. It does. It really does. It's not easy, but it's worth it. Taking accountability when it is squat day. Michelle, I need you to leave me alone, because I did not do my squats last night because I got scared. Like, I knew that the number was 90. I'm like, okay, I can break them up. But every time I thought about it, I started getting anxiety. Like, yo, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt so bad. So I'm still gonna do it, Michelle. I'm still gonna do it. When I get to the gym, I'm gonna go live again. Or I'll do it in a, oh, you said you want me to do it live. I guess I'll have to come back live again and show you at least the first maybe 30 or 45. I don't know if I can show you the whole 90 because it's gonna take me a long time to get to 90. It's gonna take me a long time. And Journey of Life talking, she said 10 squats. I'll put it down to 5 because, like, what? It was 18 new subscribers. It would have been 180. Who got, my legs won't work if I do that. My legs will not work. So anyway, back to accountability, okay? Jen said people, they did not look the same. Jen, that is not true. They look like the last before and after. You see my back fat is still back fat. Okay, so I can't get it with nothing with Jen watching. Jen is so funny. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm not gonna give you the name, but my cousin is plotting on coming in here trolling just so they could get timed out by you. I'm like, what? Why do you want to troll Jen? And my cousin's like, no, I want to troll you and get sniped by Jen. I'm like, but that's trolling Jen if you know Jen is gonna get your comment. Like, what? And then I'm not gonna fix it. Like, if you come in here playing around and Jen gets to sniping, you're just sniped. I'm not fixing it. I'm not fixing it. You're just gone. That's it. You can't participate. Oh well. You better leave us alone. You better leave us alone. Like, I don't know what to tell you. So anyway, I ain't got no control over what Jen do. But so back to accountability. Okay. Blame, right? Should we blame ourselves or should we just be aware? I don't think we necessarily need to place blame when things don't go according to plan. Blame is unproductive even if you know exactly who's at fault, whether it's somebody else or you. But when it comes to our bodies, our weight, our health, there's a lot of blame to be placed on the government regulation. There's a lot of blame to be placed on food companies, fast food, processed foods, sugar. There's a lot, advertising, big food, right? Big food, big advertising. There's a lot of blame to go around, right? And I don't absolve any of these entities for their responsibility. However, at the end of the day, all of this comes down to a matter of what we choose for ourselves. And sometimes we don't make the best decisions because we're not educated on what the consequences of different choices are, right? So for example, let's say seed oils. I've been dying to talk about seed oils because I want seed oils to be out of my life, but I know on occasion I'm gonna have a French fry. So where's the line? Where do we draw the line with, for example, seed oils? Sugar too, but sugar's a different story. We'll talk about sugar. But seed oils. Like, let's say a Joe Rogan, I believe, is a good example. I believe he draws the line at like 0 seed oils because he made a joke about his daughter teasing him, like eating something fried and being like, seed oils. So there are some people, who else would be a good example? Maybe Dr. Ken. I'm not sure. But there are people out there, right? Influencers or doctors or health professionals that say no to fried foods altogether. Just don't do it, right? Restriction the answer? Like, okay, if somebody, not somebody, the government, because it like the government be doing this, right? They will back some information. They will back some junk science that says something that's good for people. And uneducated people, oh god, that sounds so bad. I was gonna say uneducated people trust the government, but no, like a lot of people trust the government, a lot of people don't. Okay, whatever. So let's say there's some junk science that comes out tomorrow that says gasoline is good for the brain. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please don't go start drinking gasoline. But what if there was a study that was done that said in small amounts gasoline is actually healthy for the brain, and then the government came out backing the new study, right? Let's say Bobby Kennedy and all of them was like, yeah, gasoline, gasolina. Would you then take a little bit of gasoline and keep it in your cabinet? Just for a little tasty taste every now and again for brain health, for focus, concentration, and energy. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Let's say arsenic. If there was a study that was done that said, a tablespoon of arsenic every week is good for your heart. And then the government came out with some guidelines. When I say guidelines, think food pyramid. That's why I'm saying the government. That was a government instituted thing, right? Got food guidelines. They say a little arsenic, a little tablespoon arsenic is good for the heart health, good for the cholesterol. Would you keep some arsenic in your cabinet? Would you pull up to the Chick-fil-A and get a little packet of arsenic for your chicken tenders? Because it's good for the heart. Would you do it? You know what I mean? Or if they said, remember the whole injecting bleach thing? That was funny. So I was about to use an example about laundry detergent. Like, eat a little bit of laundry detergent. The detergent is good for dissolving fat. Laundry detergent has properties in it that help dissolve oils and stuff in the clothes, dissolve oils and dirt and stuff like that. So, right, smart, genius, add a little bit of laundry detergent to your breakfast. I know it sounds like I'm being ridiculous, but follow me. Add a little bit of laundry detergent to your breakfast. It'll help dissolve some fat. Okay? We would all say, oh God, no, like, stop, Vanity. Like, those are outrageous examples. We would never do that. Okay, so why do we eat seed oils? Because they're good. Because we were told that they're good for us. Well, because they taste good, but the foods that we make with them taste good. And because we're used to it. And because at one point, yeah, it was advertised that they were good for you. That's why vegetable oil is called vegetable oil. It's a marketing thing. It doesn't come from vegetables. It comes from cotton seeds. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know vegetable oil comes from cotton seeds? There's no vegetable in vegetable oil. I think they even put corn on the bottle. I'm not sure. I know there's corn oil. There's peanut oil. What's on a vegetable oil bottle? I can't remember. But there's no vegetables in it. It comes from cotton seeds. Like cotton picking. It comes from cotton seeds. Cotton seeds are processed, and the residue or the gunk that you get out of pressing cotton seeds, that's what they sell to people instead of having to dispose of it. Some genius came up with, instead of trying to figure out how to properly dispose of it, well, let's cook it. Let's cook with it. And now that's what we do. So while the gasoline and the arsenic and the laundry detergent sound like ridiculous ideas, well, using a industrial, waste product to cook food is just as ridiculous. But we do it anyway. Like, I'm totally aware of this, and I still will eat French fries because I'm used to it. Like, I'm used to it. So I said that to say, like, although there's a lot of blame to go around, some of it is a lot of it is a lack of being informed as well, right? But sometimes we get informed and we still make the decisions that we make, which is okay. I'm not anti-French fries. I'm a French fry kind of girl. Give me a cute crinkle cut, please. Preferably a nice steak fry. Like, no, I said that wrong. Preferably a crinkle cut or a cute steak fry, because I prefer the crinkle cut. I like a very fry French fry. I like a hefty French fry, okay? So I know that seed oils are the devil's juice. I know that. But I will still eat a French fry. But that's a decision that I'm making, right? I'm making a choice to expose myself to quite literally a poison. It's not an acute poison. It's not going to kill you right away. But it's a I don't want to say chronic, but it's something that over time will cause you harm, right? So Is the answer to remove it all together? Is the answer to limit it? And I can't see the comments, so y'all probably have moved on to a different part of the conversation by now. I have no idea. But work with me. I'm just chatting while I go through my drive, okay? And then I'll come get caught up on the comments. But I'm just saying, like, we're talking about accountability. We have accountability in the decisions that we make. We have accountability on the amount of sugar that we eat, the amount of produce that we eat, the amount and type and cooking method when it comes to meat that we use. We have accountability over all of that. We do. Now, there is a conversation to be had of people in lower income areas that have access to less options. And again, that goes back to information, right? Because not only do they have access to less options, but they also have access to less information. So they can't make better decisions because they're not informed about better decisions to make. Okay? So that aside, for those of us that have the privilege of easy access to information, which I think most people do at this point, but not only the privilege of easy access to information, but the privilege to be able to do something with that information once we have it, that's on us. So now that we've talked about exercise, sleep, and hydration, it's up to us to do something with that information. I truly feel like this week is a reset for me. Like, I don't have any intention on being perfect. I just want to find a way. Like, I want to find the right combination of skills to be able to live the rest of my life at my goal weight, or at my wherever my weight ends up, like whatever I decide as my final goal, whatever, right? I just want to find the right combination of tools and strategies to be able to maintain that forever. But I can't do that if I'm not accountable. Nobody can. Like, if every time something goes wrong, it's somebody else's fault, or it's big pharma's fault, or it's big food's fault, or it's your doctor's fault, then what exactly, like, what level of control do you have over your life? None? Okay, well then just keep letting life happen to you. Just keep letting life happen to you. Like, I know people where everything that happens is completely out of their control. Life just happens to them and they have no accountability for anything. Like, you can't even discuss accountability with them because they just don't, they just literally don't get it. They don't comprehend it. They don't understand. Like, you could have made a different choice. You made the choices that you made that got you to where you are, where you ended up. Make a different choice. And I made a choice today that I'm done making, or I should say, I would like to be a person that makes less excuses. I would like to be a person that makes less excuses. Hush up, alarm. Hold on, guys. I know my sound just changed. Give me a second. My phone gonna die on y'all. Y'all gonna wonder where the hell I went, and I'm not gonna be able to explain it. I need to stop going live from my iPhone. My Galaxy has a much bigger battery, but I just go live from the iPhone because it's smaller, it's easier to carry around in a tripod, and blah 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 blah. Okay, so that was the fourth thing that I had in mind for non-negotiables. You have to be accountable for yourself. You have to be accountable for yourself. There's no reason not to be, other than just wanting to be a victim. I say that with a kind heart, with a light heart. I don't say that to be mean. You know what I mean? Like, this goes along with positive self-talk. You're accountable for how you treat yourself. You're accountable for how you talk about yourself. You're accountable for how you feel about yourself. You're accountable for how other people make you feel. You know what I mean? That's why I started timing people out. Like, I never used to engage in, like, removing people, because I want people to, I don't care if you're a troll. I want people to be able to speak. So thank you for all of my wonderful, wonderful, lovely moderators that work so hard to keep this, to allow this to be a peaceful place. But, like, for me, I'm like, I'll let them talk. And then it just got to a point where it's like, okay, I'm tired. I'm tired of you motherfuckers. I'm tired of y'all. Like, you don't get to just come disrupt my shit and ruin it for everybody else. You don't get to do that. I am in control of how I allow this to make me feel. And you know what? I choose to remove you. And if that makes me seem sensitive because I'm removing you, then it is what it is. That's what I was really worried about. Like, I never wanted to seem like, oh, you can't go over there and talk in her chat because she just gonna time you out and blah. Like, no. But at the end of the day, some people never intend to stay anyway, and you can tell by the comments that they leave. Some people never intend to stay. Some people never intend to come back. They never intended to come in the first place. They just happen to see the stream, say something stupid, and then they leave. So I ain't gotta deal with that. How about you? You were gonna leave anyway. How about you just don't come back? Like, I literally have time for trolls. I have the time. But it's like, is it worth it? Is it worth the extra headache? Is it worth the extra energy? Is it worth how it makes me feel? No, it's not worth it. So I take control of that situation and I start removing people. Jen is faster than I am. Jenna, get your ass. Jenna, get your ass quick. Jenna, get your ass quick. And then Reindeer is like the second fastest. I'm like number 3. I think Sydney be giving people chances. Sydney be like, act right, be nice, participate the right way. Jen not talking. Jen not giving no warnings. Jen just sniping. And I'm like, you know what? You got it. Hey, if you this is our community. This is our thing we got going over here. If you say they gotta go, they gotta go. It is what it is. Shouldn't have said something stupid. You shouldn't have said something stupid, damn it. So anyway, exercise, hydration, rest. I think honestly, like, if we could rank these, right? I want y'all to take a second, whatever you're doing, stop what you're doing real quick, and rank these for me in the order that you feel that they belong for you, right? I'm having a hard time with, like, so rest and exercise. I'm having a hard time with which one comes first for me. Like, we should all be doing these in sync, right? These all need to happen at the same time. But if you could rank them in order of priority, how would you rank them? Now, I know that Reindeer is working on positive self-talk, right? So since we already did a stream about that, I didn't mention it today. So if positive self-talk is already number 1 for you, Reindeer, I'm not sure, then you can start at number 2. But how would y'all rank these in importance? Hydration, exercise, rest, accountability. Reindeer had a light bulb moment about this in yesterday's live. I'm reading the people who don't look the same comment again. Jen, yes it does. Hold on. I'm literally right at my destination, so I'll pull over and read y'all's comments. I'm gonna say, honestly, without the rest, committing to the gym is almost impossible. So I'm gonna put rest first because I neglect it the most. Because I'll go to the gym and still not rest. I will go to the gym and still not rest. So I'm gonna put rest first. Exercise will be second, whether it's the gym or not. Exercise is second for me. Accountability would be third, and hydration would be last, not because it's least important, but because that's the one that is the easiest to address for me. Because it's the easiest, I don't feel like it needs to be that high up on the priority list. Not priority, but like relevance list. Like, I do pretty well with my hydration. I have pockets of time where I do bad with it. I didn't notice I lost weight until about 50 to 60 pounds. That's crazy. Jen, I know you're getting on me about the pictures, but I still feel like I'm over 200 pounds, which is wild. Girl, I didn't notice change in myself at all. I'm 224 pounds down and still see the same lady looking back at me. My neighbors have started commenting when they get to the mailbox these days. Live, please. Do it every 2 days. Do it over today, period. Live or live? What did you mean, Michelle? I'm probably missing something. I didn't see the first pics, but last night's pics, there's a difference. Yes, okay, yeah, last night's pics, there's a difference, but the first set, I'm saying the second set looks like the first set is what I'm saying. We should just be aware, and then we can recalibrate. Body dysmorphia is so real. Absolutely it is. I don't use seed oils at home. No, nor do I. I don't buy them. I don't buy them. I don't fry anything at all, but it's just a personal preference. Taisha, I was convinced I'm only dealing with body image lag, and my psychiatrist has since advised me otherwise. I'm over here like, bro, enough. I want no more diagnoses, but I know I need to do the work. I agree with Jen. There's a big difference, improvement in the pics. Vanity, post it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'll go back and post the original before and after so y'all can see what I mean. But then I'm gonna just prove y'all right. I'm gonna just prove y'all right. But I'm gonna show you the original before and after, and then I'll show you the second set, and y'all gonna be like, okay, you're still wrong. There's still a difference. Yeah, there's still a difference. Hi, Charlotte. Relaxation, self-care, and recovery. Oh, that's a great question. Rest, hydration, accountability, exercise. Okay, Kat. Rest is first. Okay. Positive self-talk, rest, hydration. Okay, so rest is at the top. So it's not just me. Positive self-talk, rest, hydration, exercise, accountability. Rest, accountability, hydration, and movement. I actually like having accountability second. I really do. I really do. I really do. I put exercise second, but I like that you put accountability second. I feel like I can't stay hydrated, and I drink a lot of water. KC, what do you consider? Oh, no. No. I'm sorry. Turn off my camera. I was trying to scroll. KC, what do you consider a lot? And how do you spread your water out through the day? Or do you wait till the end of the day and try to chug all your water? Hydration isn't just about water. You may also need electrolytes to help your body absorb the fluid. Absolutely. So that's another thing. I get like, okay, so let's say I'm doing really good with my hydration for a week, right? I get to the point where it's just running straight through me. And when that happens, when my urine starts to get clear, I start adding electrolytes to my water so that I can actually hold on to the water and absorb it. You know what I mean? You don't want to just drink and it just runs straight through you. That's not helping. That's not helping, because you could drink all the water in the world. Did y'all know that you could drink all the water in the world and still be dehydrated because your body's not absorbing it? If it's just coming straight out of you, that don't count. I mean, your kidneys might be happy, but that don't count. All right, so wrapping up with accountability, we want to develop discipline and patience with ourselves, and we want to keep our word to ourselves. When I tell y'all, I struggle with this one. This is why I say I don't make promises, because I will keep my word to everybody else but me. I will say I'm going to do something and then don't do it. So if you haven't noticed, I've scheduled out the live streams up until today's what, Tuesday? Or today Wednesday? Today's Tuesday. I have live streams scheduled between now and Thursday ahead of time. Like Taisha, if you're still here, I got off your live stream and got to work, girl. That live stream was chicken soup for the soul. It was like, okay, get your head in the game. That's what I got. Like, that's what I think. Everybody got something different, but what I got from that was like, get your head in the game. Get your head in the game. So I got off that live stream and got to work. I got to writing. I love to write. I got to writing, and I got to organizing. So I scheduled out my 9:30 live streams up until Thursday, and then I wrote down what my topics are for this weekend. So Reindeer will be covering Mr. Beast this weekend. Jen will be covering the good and bad diets this weekend. So that'll be covering Taisha, and which I'm not saying veganism is good or bad. Like, I'm leaving that up to the audience or whatever. We're just gonna cover different diets. Taisha and the other creator you told me about, I haven't gotten a chance to see her content yet. There was one more thing. I'm missing something. Oh, house sitting. Okay, we got to talk about house sitting this weekend for Sydney. All right. So because I want people to continue to participate with sending me topic ideas and video ideas, I gotta be on top of getting to those ideas when you guys send them to me. I know y'all know I'm busy, so y'all giving me grace, but I don't want to get into the habit of saying I'll do something and then not doing it, because I do that with me. I keep my word to other people, but when it's me, no, because I can let me down, which I need to stop doing. But I'll be acting like I could let me down because it's not a big deal. I noticed the scheduled live streams. Yeah, I'm trying to be accountable. I'm trying to be accountable because I don't like just randomly going live and then people are like, oh, I missed it. You know what I mean? Like, that makes me feel bad. So I'm working on it. I'm working on it, guys. I'm working on it here. I'm notorious for not keeping my word to myself, but if I tell someone else I will do something, it's a done deal. I don't disappoint other people ever. Exactly. That's how it is. That's how it is. I will, if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. But it's tricky with content creation because you are responsible for the content. So if you don't do something you say you're going to do, you feel like you're just letting yourself, like, it's easy to think that you're just letting yourself down and that other people don't care. But other people care. Other people care. You know what I mean? So because I'm aware that other people care, it's like, no. You're not just letting yourself down. You could be letting somebody else down. So keep your word. You know what I mean? Like if somebody, like when I said I'll send, oh, I left it in the house because I didn't need it today. When I said I'll send Journey of Life, my ring, I didn't say that just to say it. The ring is hers when I'm done with it. It's still cute now. It still fits. Okay. But it's hers. If she wants to give me her address, that is. But it's hers. Like when I'm done with it, it's hers. I didn't say that just to say it. I don't say stuff just to say it unless I'm talking about me. Unless I'm talking about me. I don't make promises and break them unless I'm talking about me. Taisha says, I love that, Vanity. Thank you. Delilah says, at least not intentionally. Point people, at least not intentionally. Okay. Oh, and Taisha, thank you for going over how you get your protein. I've heard of nutrition. Taisha, do you know Dr. Berg? Dr. Berg makes nutritional yeast tablets, and I used to take them. But why was I taking them? I stopped taking them because they're big tablets, and you got to take like 8 of them or something. Maybe he's gone down to 6. Why was I think I was taking it for the B vitamins. But I was gonna say thank you for going over your sources of protein. I'll keep that in mind when I do the video review. But you mentioned nutritional yeast, and I didn't know how to use it. I didn't know how to use the powder form. Like, I'm not sure what it is. I'm not sure if it's like a seasoning or like an additive. Like, I wasn't sure exactly what it was, and I forgot that I used to take the nutritional yeast tablets from Dr. Berg. Not tablets, but like caplets. I guess that's what they're called. Like, they're in capsule shape, but they're hard tablets. But I stopped taking them because you got to take so many of them. But I used to take them for my hair and nails. So for the B vitamins. Scientology? I don't know if he's a Scientologist. He's the keto guy. That's how I know him. He talks about keto. He's a doctor. Talks about keto. I don't know about Scientology. Yeah, it took a lot for me to take the week off 2 weeks ago, but I mentally had to, and man, did I feel the love of the return. Do we have to plan a do nothing session? I can't do it live because then y'all will be doing stuff by messaging, but like, do we need to like put do nothing on the calendar? Like, what do we need to do? I'm actually about to get out of here in about 10 minutes, but like, no, seriously, like, what do we need to do? Let me tell y'all, right? So I planned out the live streams, right? And then I got to Sunday and I said, nope, I'm not doing anything. I expect y'all to hold me accountable to that. So if I come on this mother effer on Sunday live, I need y'all to kick me off. Because I think we got 2 live streams on Saturday. We got an AM and a PM on Saturday. And I think there's 1 on Friday. I forget how I set it up. But they're not scheduled yet. It's just on my paper. So Sunday, I should not be on here. I should not be on here. Kick me off. Like, I'm telling y'all, like, this is really therapeutic. So even when I say I'm not going to come on, I still come on. So when I got to Sunday, I was like, no, don't schedule a topic for Sunday because you need a no day. And that's what it's called, right? I forgot to tell y'all that. That's what me and my cousin call it. We call it no days. No days are days with 0 responsibilities, 0 commitments, 0 expectations. And maybe you can't afford to do a whole day, right? But whatever time you pick, the answer is no. You pick 2 hours, you pick an hour. An hour of nothing can be refreshing. You pick half a day, you pick a weekend. You pick a full day, you pick a week. I don't know, but the answer is no. Whatever it is, the answer is no. Except to rest, hydration, and exercise. Unless, like, you know, it's already your non-exercise day. You know what I mean? Except exercise, rest, accountability, hydration. Other than that, like, you don't get to not drink water on your no day. You don't get to not rest, obviously, on your no day. You do get to not exercise because it depends on if this is your already scheduled rest day for exercise. But I would say don't exercise on your no day. And you don't get to be accountable on your no day. You keep yourself accountable by sticking to your no. I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna come on here on Saturday, and I need y'all to kick me off. Say nope in the live. Reindeer, just come on and say excuse me. No, in the live now. Thanks. See you later. See you Monday. That's all I need, Jen. Nope. Thanks, Vanity. We see you. Hi. Just no. No. Just say no. Just say no. Just say no. Sunday is the day David and I run from the rest of the world. I don't have a no day right now, but I need one. Usually it happens at random, where I will wake up and I'm like, no. And then I call my cousin and I'm like, cousin, today's a no day. And my cousin will be like, yeah, it's definitely a no day. Like, this is a, like, I'm not showering until 3 o'clock day. Sorry. I'm not going outside. I'm gonna walk the dog, but I'm not running no errands. I'm not doing no laundry. Sometimes cleaning for me is therapeutic. So sometimes I will clean on a no day because it helps. It's weird that cleaning helps my endorphins, but it does. But if that's not the type of time and I'm on that day, then no, I'm not going to the gym. I may still cook, but it's gonna be something simple. Like, no, whatever, the answer is no. And for a whole day. Like, my cousin be like, I'm still in my drawers. Like, no, the answer is no. I'm not, don't invite me out. I'm not going. No, I'm not going. Like, I love children. I wish I had kids, but I'm like, on a no day, I'm so glad I don't have kids. So I'm like, no, the answer is no. The answer, my dog cannot come in my room. No, the answer is no. Love you. The answer is no. And I often don't have no days now because I'm typically house sitting, but I need to remind myself that's not an excuse. See what I mean about making excuses? I start making excuses about not having a no day and not resting because I'm house sitting. The dogs will be okay if I chill out for a minute. They will be fine. They will be perfectly fine. They'll be perfectly fine. Okay? So, you know what? Because I don't want to get yelled at by Jen, let me just write it down. I don't want to get yelled at. I don't want to get yelled at. I don't want to get yelled at. Because I ain't gonna lie, I be saying stuff and then y'all y'all will be expecting me to like do the thing I said I was gonna do, and I'm like, you're not supposed to pay attention. You're supposed to forget that I said anything. Like, oh, okay, I'm gonna reach out to my doctor for a titration up, and then I come on here and Jen's like, did you talk to your doctor? And I'm like, no, I didn't. I didn't. Okay, let me do that. I'm sorry, you're right. Like, why are you paying attention to me? I'm doing a 30-day challenge for June. I'm supposed to lose this, blah, blah. I come on here and Sydney's like, how's your challenge going? And I'm like, you were listening to that? You were paying attention to that? I want pictures of dinner and I want you to do them squats on live. And I'll just be like, you right. All right, let me make a note. You're right. I did say I was gonna do that. I did say that. You are absolutely right. So I'm gonna put no day in caps. I'm gonna put it in caps. I'm gonna put it on Sunday because I will forget. I will come on here and be like, hey, let's talk about this and this and this and this and then I need Reindeer to come in here and be like, no, ma'am, log off. See you Monday. Log off. Thank you for coming. Log off. Now for because I'm going back to the gym, and today's two things are happening before I get out of here in about 4 minutes. Two things are happening. So for the public stuff, I'm scheduling in advance so people have time to know what's going to happen when. So go ahead and set your notification bells. Or if you don't want to set your notification bells, I recommend it. You can tailor it, but if you don't want to, just make sure you check in on the community tab post so you can see in advance when live streams are going to happen. And then for the members, to keep me accountable, sometimes I just gotta talk, right? Like sometimes I just gotta talk or whatever. So I plan to do shorter videos, like 5 to 10 minutes, about my updates on working out, because I want to show y'all my gym. I'm gonna show y'all my gym today. So Jen, I'm so sorry if I'm blowing up your notifications, but you're probably gonna get another one today. I'm so sorry, Lord. So for the members, I want to do updates on my workout. I want to do, there was something, oh, gluten free. Okay, so today, so I got 2.5 weeks before I go to Europe. I'm gonna document my experience going gluten free, not like officially. Like, I've said it a million times. Like I said, I keep saying stuff and then not committing to it. But because I want to do this experiment, I have to remove gluten completely, right? So that means no flour, nothing made with flour, no breading, for the next 2.5 weeks until I get to Europe. When I still never made my meatballs, but my ground turkey is still good. So when I go to make my meatballs, I probably got time to do it today. We'll see. I'm gonna leave the breadcrumbs out. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I've done it before. I prefer to make my meatballs with breadcrumbs, but it'll be fine. I'll leave the breadcrumbs out. I'll leave it out. So I want to document the going gluten free, so that when I go to Europe and I taste it, you'll be able to see if I have a reaction or not. And that'll be for the members. And then I'll be documenting me getting back into the gym, the struggles, the successes, and all of that. I'll be documenting that for the members. Okay. I make notes in my phone for all specialist appointments because it's so hard to get in and I don't want to forget anything. Yeah, everyone start saying your goodbyes. I'm about to get out of here and go into my TMJ appointment. I've been having some serious jaw pain. Weaning my mouth guard has not been successful, and now I have pain that I didn't have before. So I'm not sure what I did wrong, but I'm about to go talk to my doctor and figure it out. Right, exactly. Still haven't seen it. Did you say the meatballs before or after I said it? Still haven't seen the meat. Did you say that before or after I said it? Because I'm like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, this is like, I say I'm gonna do something, and then y'all be like, okay, so where's, like, okay, how's that going? What's up? What's the deal? What's the update on that? Still doing that thing you said you were gonna do? Like, God, leave me alone. Like, let me be irresponsible. We'll remind you, Vanity was supposed to make gluten-free spaghetti and post it. Did you say that before I said it? Did you say that before? Jen, no, I'm not leaving until you tell me. Did you say that before I said it? Or did I say that and then you were like, oh yeah, we still didn't see it? Jen remembers every darn thing. She always reminds me too. Do you have an eidetic? 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 I don't know how to say that. You said it before. I swear I was not reading the comments. I was not. I was just talking like, oh yeah, I still have the meatballs to make. And then and this is what I'm talking about. We still haven't seen the meatballs. And I'm just like, leave me alone and let me be irresponsible. Like, please. You'll catch me on the next one. Bye. Have a great day, everyone. Have a good afternoon. Okay, thank y'all. I'm about to go into my appointment and see if I can save my jaw, because I'm struggling out here. I'm struggling, all right? Thank y'all so much for joining. It's been a great morning. I'm looking forward to being more consistent with my schedule. I'm really looking forward to it. Thank y'all for all y'all support, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.